Hey everyone, welcome to Plainfield, Wisconsin, known for the Butcher of Plainfield, also known as Ed Gein. Our first stop in Plainfield is this building here, which now is a privately owned storage unit, which also says garage sale. But this was the location of the Worden hardware store, which is what led to Ed Gein ultimately getting caught. He came here and murdered Bernice Worden, and then I believe he brought her to his home and dismembered her there. So today our journey begins where Ed Gein's ended. Our next stop is going to be the Plainfield Cemetery, where he is buried with his parents and brother. Completely irrelevant, but this is an old opera house and it looks kind of cool. It's right across the street from the Worden hardware store / garage sale. To refine some of the details, Bernice was abducted November 16th, 1957 from the store. A local resident had told police that Ed said he needed antifreeze from her store, and when the police were there looking for her, they found on the store's floor a receipt for antifreeze, and that led them straight to Ed Gein's property. When they arrived at Gein's property, they found her body hanging from the rafters. Her head was cut off, her genitalia was removed, her torso was slit open and gutted, and her head was found being used as some kind of ornament, and lastly her heart was found in a saucepan on the stove. So first grave we're met with here is Mary Hogan, who is Ed's brother. Then we find his mother Augusta, and then father George. So the brother, he died at a younger age on the farm, and I'm sure anybody watching this already knows this story, but he died like in a fire. But I think we all know that Ed killed him. Right here you can see the hole. This is where Ed Gein's headstone used to be, but people used to come here and break it and then steal chunks of it and sell it on the interwebs. So now it's just an unmarked grave here, but you can still see people come here and they steal dirt and still sell it on the internet, which is kind of insane that people buy it. So for anybody unfamiliar with Ed Gein, his story was that he has 2 confirmed murders. He stole 7 corpses from cemeteries and brought them to his house where he dismembered them, and he would make like lampshades out of their skin. I believe he made a belt out of nipples, and he just made various things around his house out of human body parts. So originally Ed Gein is from, I believe it was a La Crosse area, and his mother was, I don't want to use the word crazy, but his mom was not all there from what the stories say. And she wanted to get the family out of the city of La Crosse. So yes, the mother moved the family here so they could have a life of solitude on a farm. And that's where we're gonna go next though, is the farm. We're gonna go to Ed Gein's old property. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with the story, in 1944, Henry, Ed's brother, died while fighting a fire in some nearby marshes with Ed. It was never confirmed that Ed had killed him, but later in life, when everything else had come out, it was highly suspected that Ed caused his brother's death, because Henry's body was found in an unburned area with a bruise on his head. It was always thought that his death was caused from asphyxiation from the smoke. And then more on his mother is that Augusta drilled into Ed and Henry's heads at a very young age that women are sinful, sex is evil, the kids weren't allowed to have any friends, and it caused Ed to grow up very confused and isolated. So I have now arriven to what was once his property. So there's a gate here. I don't see any no trespassing signs or anything, so I think it's safe to walk in. I know the new owner, he's cool with people coming to visit and film here, documented online that he allows film crews here for like TV shows and movies. So I'm sure he's very understanding of what he owns here, which is actually kind of funny, because after Ed Gein lost the property, the new owner had owned it until, oh god, I think it was 2006, where then he handed it off to his son, who I believe is his son tried selling it online on eBay. He's tried selling this property on eBay, and he captioned it as like, Ed Gein's property, the real deal, $250,000, where then eBay ended up deleting the listing shortly after. But it was almost immediately after everything came out, and I believe that was about 75 years ago. The house was burnt down, and then since then it's just been this vacant lot, and all that remains is this. I'm not sure if this is original, but it'd be very cool if it was. For all we know, this could be the shed that the police found the victims inside of when they first discovered it. But yeah, we're literally in the middle of nowhere, like about a 10-minute drive outside of Plainfield, Wisconsin. So like, this place now is miserable. Like 75 years ago, like I get it. Like, I understand what Ed was up to, you know, robbing those graves. And no, it's a joke. That's terrible. But this place is very remote though, so like, it's crazy. It's also right here. I'm not sure what this is, but I don't think this is original either. But there's an opening here. Let's take a look inside. No, not open. So I do have a list of things that were found on this property that I'll read, because I can't remember everything, but I think it's just crazy. So what they found here, they found whole human bones and fragments, a wastebasket made of human skin covering several chairs, skulls on his bedpost, female skulls, some with the top sawn off. He had bowls made out of human skulls. He had a corset made from a female torso, skin from shoulders to waist, leggings made from human leg skin. He had masks made from the skin of female heads, Mary Hogan's face mask in a paper bag, skull in a box, Bernice Worden's entire head in a burlap sack, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure they found him the same night that he murdered her. So he decapitated her that same night. 9 vulva in a shoebox, a young girl's dress, and the vulvas of 2 females. They looked to be about 15 years old. Had a belt made from human nipples, 4 noses, a pair of lips on a window shade, drawstring, and like lampshades made out of human skin. It's crazy everything they found inside his house. I can't imagine the police's reaction when they discovered it. Like that is the stuff from modern day horror movies, and they discovered it here like 75 years ago. Like, what Ed Gein did is what inspired Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which inspired Bates Motel and inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, it's all very crazy stuff that inspired some of the craziest movies ever made. But I'm sure anybody watching this already knows everything there is to know about Ed Gein and just wants to see where he's from. This is it. It's January right now. It's about 10 degrees out. My hands are numb. So yeah, growing up here on a farm in the early 1900s, it would have been terrible. I'm not trying to feel bad for him, but like, this is a terrible place. I would not want to live here. Yeah, this is the vacant lot of Ed Gein. I don't know if there's anything else to see here, but it's just a weird feeling being here, just knowing everything that has happened here. Just walking this lowly driveway. I wonder how many times Ed Gein has walked this driveway going to town, or sneaking out at night to go to cemeteries. That man's walked the same driveway. But yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, please hit that like button, drop a comment. If you have any questions, I'll try answering the best that I can. Hit subscribe for more. Appreciate it. Thank you.